Welcome to the Blessed Up in Sarasota podcast, hosted by Nadia and Bree, where we talk homes, lifestyle, faith, and coastal dreams.
Hi everyone, if you're new here, welcome. I'm Bree.
And I'm Nadia.
And we're
Your Christians in Real Estate. And it looks like today we have some guests, Bree.
Yeah, we do.
Yes, they decided they wanted to be part of the show. So we said, why not? We love our furry friends.
Yes, the more the merrier. So today we're going to talk about Florida lifestyle that involves beaches.
Yay, it's summertime. Have you been to
Yes.
the beach yet?
No.
I haven't
actually.
been to the beach yet.
Yeah, not yet.
Not yet.
But there are so many amazing beaches to choose from. So we're going to go over a few of our favorites. So the one that Sarasota people know the most is Lido Key. It is a cute little town that you can walk around with St. Armand Circle.
Mhm.
There's a large restaurant and bar right on the beach, bathrooms to go and use, and it is just a nice little area that you don't have to worry about paying for parking and so many perks. Have you been recently?
No, I have not been. But one of my favorite spots in Lido is by the Lido Beach Resort because there's a parking lot there that's adjacent to the public beach parking lot. It's kind of like a little niche. And if you get a spot in that parking lot niche, then you walk right into the beach
Ooh.
with just a few steps instead of having to do, the big long walk to get from the sand to the water. Because
Yeah.
we get quite a bit we have a long stretch of sand in a lot of our beaches.
Yeah.
So, and I also love that spot because being right next to the hotel, they have like a tiki restaurant right there. And even if you're not staying at the hotel, you can go and get food and drinks and everything while you're hanging out at the beach. So it's our
Nice.
favorite spot.
Hidden gem.
Yes.
Well, speaking of beaches that have a lot of sand and you have to walk a little far, that goes into Siesta Key.
Yes, that's a long walk, but it's so beautiful. It's worth it.
Yeah, it's worth it. So it's known for its white, grainy sand.
Well, it's
What's it
sugar
called?
sand.
Yeah.
We call it, it's like a sugary, actually, no, I wouldn't even say sugar. I would say flour.
Yeah.
Because when you step on it, it would feel more like if you were stepping in flour than if you were stepping in sugar. It's soft and smooth and just beautiful.
really
white
nice
sand.
to make sand castles with, actually.
Yes, yes.
It's almost like that moon sand that they
Mhm.
used to advertise back in the early 2000s. You
I
smush
think
it
I was
together.
too old by then. I didn't play with that.
Maybe you bought it for Aiden upon a time.
I don't know. Well, maybe I did. Yeah, he would have been a kid back then.
Yeah,
back
yeah.
in the 2000s.
That's what it reminds me of. It's like really good for packing and molding, and they do competitions too. for
Yes,
sand
we do
castles.
have those competitions.
It's really cool.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
So the next beach on the list is Turtle Beach. It's a little bit more tucked away and less commercialized. So a lot of the locals know more about it. And if you want a chiller beach day with similar type waters, you can go there. And you said you've been to a restaurant there?
Yes, there's a really cute spot there. These are also like some of those hidden gems. And so across the street from the beach area, there's Turtles Restaurant. It's on the bay side, on the intercoastal side, and they have really great fish and different menus there. But you're overlooking the water, and it's a really good time. We used to go there quite a bit.
That's awesome.
Yes.
So that's a little hidden gem in and of itself if you want a more relaxed atmosphere. And then we also have Nokomis Beach, which is actually Sarasota's oldest public beach.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
I know. I didn't know
Little
that
piece
either,
of
actually.
information.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm learning new things in our own show.
Yeah, right? So that's just a cool little tidbit. And if you live around here, you've definitely heard of Nokomis Beach. So
Mhm.
it's also a great one to go to.
I have a favorite spot in Nokomis too.
Oh,
So Nokomis Sunset Grill. Yes. It's a restaurant that overlooks the bay and they have the most stunning sunsets that I've seen. And I love all of their food. They don't fry anything. Yes.
Kind of
So
healthy.
yeah, it's kind of healthy, but they have everything. They have from tacos to hamburgers, salads, all of those. They have an incredible menu. One of my favorite dishes there is they have like an ahi tuna with coleslaw that has mangoes and pineapple in it, and it's
Yum.
really delicious.
Okay.
Also, the big thing about them too is that they have like a Jimmy Buffett type music. Sometimes Thursdays, Fridays, or Saturdays, and they have like a sand area with the Adirondack chairs. You can hang out and have your kids playing around while you're listening to music and waiting to be seated for food.
That's
So
fun.
it's one of our favorite spots.
Okay, noted. Got to try there. So, if you keep going further south, you hit Venice, and that's just a popular place to go for shelling, and shark teeth are commonly found there. It's not in Sarasota, but it's a close neighbor. And then on top of it, if you go north, you hit Bradenton Beach, and they have a cute little strip that you can walk up and down. There's a pier, there's Anna Maria Oyster Bar.
I love that place. That is so good.
Yeah, everyone raves about it. And then if you keep going more north, you hit Bean Point, which is Anna Maria Island right at the tip there. And you were saying that you saw the most like gorgeous sunsets there too.
Absolutely. Anna Maria Island is it's prized and known for its sunsets. And again, I guess I just know all the restaurants and all the beach spots. But I love that area because that's where the sandbar restaurant is. It's right on the sand. You could be in the water in a few steps, and you can go into the restaurant and get some food. And it's really an amazing, beautiful time. We take our grandkids there when they come for summer, which they're about to get here pretty soon.
That's sweet. Yeah, it's really cool when there's restaurants right on the sand.
Yes.
It's like you're just put there right on the beach, and you could just go out and tan and, go get a wrap or something.
And if you need to go to the bathroom, it's right there. So that comes in handy.
True. So there's a few spots spread throughout, but Siesta Key and Lido don't have restaurants right on the water as common. So it's cool to see those up towards Bradenton Beach and
They're
stuff.
hidden treasures. They truly are, because most of the beaches won't have that.
Yeah, except for that tiki bar that you were talking about.
For that, and then there's also a couple of spots towards Coquina Beach area where there are some restaurants that border the sand. Fort Myers, if we go really way south, we were just there a couple of weekends ago discovering that area, and they have all these food trucks right on the beach area by the sand. You can get ice cream, tacos, all kinds of
smart.
different things. Yes. Yeah. And I think what happened is that during the hurricane, a lot of the businesses got damaged. Yeah. And they have not erected all of the structures back up yet. So some of those areas that have foundation, they said, hey, let's open it up and have some food trucks. And it's created a whole new vibe in that beach. It's really nice. I love it.
We love that Fort Myers is built back up.
Yes.
Felt so terrible.
Well, it is built back up. I mean, they are vibrant now and it looks beautiful.
That was a sad time.
Yes, that was a sad time.
For sure. But those are all the beaches in the area, and there's a few other smaller hidden gem ones scattered throughout. So I probably missed a few, but those are the main ones along the coast there. And now you have some restaurant recommendations and some hidden places that you know about now that you can be a local when you go.
Awesome. But before we get to all of those beaches, for those that want to make this their permanent home, and you can get to all those beaches anytime that you want to. And it's funny because when my husband and I first moved here and we both started working, we had opportunities that we could just leave in the middle of the day at like 3:00 and go to the beach. And we used to love that. So, okay, so I got the scoop for a community. And this week we're going to feature the Windward community. This is right outside of Waterside Place in the downtown Waterside area. It borders Lorraine and Fruitville. And we love this community. It's a neo community, and they have quite a bit of inventory homes that you can get some great incentives right now. I want to showcase and highlight 3 homes. One of them, without a pool, we have the Bright Star. It's 3,233 square feet. It's listed at $748,900. And we have another Bright Star with a pool, and that one is 3233 square feet, listed at 85.9. And in the luxury market area of the community, we have the Captiva. It's 2,698 square feet. That one is listed for 1.367. That one includes a pool, a spa, and an outdoor kitchen. It's priced at, that one is under high end, like estate level of home. The pricing on that one is 507 a square foot. And for the Bright Star with the pool, it's 262 a square foot. And the Bright Star without the pool, it's 232 a square foot. So all of these are in the different categories in the community at this moment, the lowest price per square foot. And I know that Neil, of course, is offering great incentives for paying closing costs and interest rate buy downs. And now is really an incredible time for buyers. There's a lot of great deals for buyers out there. So this is a good time to move and take advantage, especially because it's not going to require as much cash out of pocket for buyers, making it really more attainable to own a home right now.
Wonderful for all the younger people that are like, how am I going to get into a home? There's options.
Correct. Because when you, if a builder's not paying your closing costs, you're looking at having to save up about 3.5% minimum for down payment, plus another 3.5, maybe even 4% for the closing costs. So you can, add that up on a $300,000 home, $3,500 or so. And if you have to double that, now you need $22,000 just to be able to get into a first home.
Yeah.
By builders covering the cost of closing that, they're really making home ownership possible, especially at a time where interest rates are sitting a little bit high. And Bree is going to give us a scoop on that.
Yes. Okay, so the Sarasota Spill and our neighboring community in Manatee County, we are going to talk about the weather first and foremost, because everyone's always so curious. Today's high is 93 degrees and the low is 76. It is a partially cloudy day with a peak UV of 10. So definitely wear your sunblock today.
Yes.
The interest rate is also similar to a few weeks ago. It climbed up a little bit at 6.52%. So it went up 0.02%. So we're just still hopeful that maybe it'll start trickling down, but
I hope so. I hope so. Maybe by end of summer, beginning of fall. It would be nice to see some lower interest rates coming down.
Also, with the Sarasota County statistics, we're going to talk about median percent of original list price, which that sounds really confusing, but it basically means how close are the homes selling to the price they are listed for.
Yes.
So right now in Sarasota County, 2026 is 94.3%, and last year it was 93.1%.
We're getting up a little bit more than what we used to get just last year.
Yep.
And that can always fluctuate, a few points up or down.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean it's a major market shift. It just, it means for this particular month or season, it's just shifting a little bit.
Holding pretty steady.
Yes.
And then as for our neighbors in Manatee County, they have something very similar where it was a slight uptick for this year.
Okay, good. Very good.
So,
yes, and it's so important in this type of market, when you have a buyer's market, that sellers are very intentional about pricing their home with the market, because it is those sellers that have priced their homes above the market. And usually, and I get it, the train of thought is, well, if we price it above it, then we have some room for negotiating. But today's buyer is not shopping in that way. They're looking at off the get-go before they set foot in a home, is this house priced properly according to market? Because then that gives an indication, well, is this a realistic price? Can I find something better somewhere else? And it can literally make the difference between a buyer saying, well, that's overpriced. There's this one over here, similar, or even better, or brand new for the same price or even a little bit lower. I'm going to see that and I'm going to completely bypass the resale. So very important for sellers to price the home, follow the advice of your real estate professional as to the market value for your home and pricing it to market, and you'll have much greater success than trying to overprice the home.
Yeah. I know when I wasn't in real estate, when you talk about pricing your home, you just think with no real estate background,
Mhm.
you think in your head, okay, obviously if I list it for higher,
Mhm.
then that's good because there's negotiating room, like
Correct.
a lot of people think. And then once I got into real estate and everything, I did realize that it just devalues your home the longer it
Yes.
sits in the market.
Yes.
And I never really thought about it in that aspect. So I try to educate people on that now and understand it. Full circle moment for me.
Yes. You actually get less for your home if you price it too high, hoping to have some margin to negotiate, than if you price it right at the beginning, because number one, you're going to get more buyers viewing your home, scheduling. So you're not going to miss out on a percentage on the front end. And number two, because if you miss the showings and now the house is sitting, then it forces you to have to reduce the price. And then buyers start to think that there's something wrong with the house because it's been on the market for a long time.
True.
Which then, if you do receive an offer, they tend to offer even lower than you expected to receive. So there's a lot of psychology that goes behind real estate and buyer behavior and sellers' mindsets. I've been in this for a very long time, over, 15, 16 years now. So I've seen it all.
Yeah.
I've seen it all, but it's a great time for buyers and sellers. Just be competitive in your pricing and you'll be successful in the market.
What would you say to a seller that wanted to do the opposite and price it purposefully too low to
Mhm.
hope for more offers?
Well, I know it used to be that that was a strategy. When you have a good market of maybe it's even between sellers and buyers, it's not either or type of market, it could be a good strategy to price a little bit below, because then it could generate a little bit of a frenzy of, oh my gosh, look at the price of this house. Let's go for that one and then get multiple offers.
Mhm.
But we're not seeing that today. We're still not seeing that even in houses that are priced under market value. We are not seeing any type of frenzy generated out of that.
Yeah.
So the biggest thing right now for resellers is to understand that the new construction market is very aggressive.
Yeah.
Builders are very aggressive. And you got to understand this. They started communities in 2021, 2022, when the market was really high and there was a huge need and demand for homes. And yes, the market has shifted down a bit, right? Not a huge amount. This is not a 2007 repeat by any means. That is not what this is. But the market did need to correct itself because of everything that happened during COVID and people overbidding for houses and paying too much. That rose the prices up. So now the market has really corrected itself. Going back to the new construction and the builders, they have these communities and they need to finish them and they need to sell those homes. And what that means is that they're getting aggressive with the pricing.
Yeah.
And they're throwing in the closing costs and they're throwing in rate buy downs for the interest rate. So that means resellers that if you have your home and you're trying to sell it, that's who you're competing against. It's not just the houses that are in your particular neighborhood. You're competing against a new construction that is within 2 to 3 miles around your home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a good tip.
That is
Because I
very
know a
good
lot
tip.
of people think there's so many strategies out there, but yeah, it really just depends on the market, what it is today, and yeah, what your real estate professional suggests for you.
And you can get creative, as realtors, we can work with our sellers to be creative on the types of offerings we offer on the listings. Everything is not just the price of a home. You can offer closing cost incentive. You can offer paying the HOA fees for a year, for 6 months. There's many creative ways that you can stand out and be competitive in this current market.
Yes. Love that. We're going to end this week with a blessed weekly word. I'll let Nadia do the honors.
Yes, and for this word, I love to share a scripture that's very dear to my heart, and that is Psalms 23. And David is talking about how the Lord leads him to green pastures and still waters. And I know for me, that has been such a anchoring and comforting scripture. And really, and I'll share this with you guys. My son's home, his villa, actually backs up to just the pond. But I remember when we first moved here, sitting in his patio and looking at that pond and seeing the green grass and seeing the water. And it was just so peaceful and so still. And I would sit there and have my time in scripture and study in the balcony. So whenever I think of a peaceful time, I think about those moments looking at the water in the backyard through our lanai. And this is nothing fancy, it's just a pond, but it's still beautiful. It's still really beautiful. And that's one of the things in Florida. There's so many houses and communities with the ponds that you can really get that still waters and green pastures. Thank you. Thank you, Lord, for giving us those moments of peace and calmness. It's
Tranquility.
very precious.
Yes.
One of the many blessings of living in Sarasota.
Yes. We're so blessed.
Yes.
So everyone, be sure to share this with someone who could use a little faith or coastal inspiration today. Tune in next time. Stay blessed up.
Bye. Blessed up.
Bless up. Bless up. Bless up.